Good morning, Cynthia. Thank you so much for coming to join us today. I'm so glad you can make it.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good morning, of course. So, are you excited for today's interview?
I am.
Are you nervous?
I've been a little nervous, but I think it's like nervous excitement energy.
Yeah.
So
Don't be nervous. It's gonna go good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So I'm just gonna ask you a few questions just to get to know you a little bit, and you get to know me and what we do here, and we'll go from there.
okay, great.
Alrighty. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I got my bachelor's degree in management from the University of Houston downtown. So I actually did that while also working full time for an oil and gas company. I worked in the service department.
Okay.
So some few things that I had mentioned on my resume is I actually created our service module. So I designed it, implemented it, and I also do all the upgrades to it every year. So that was in addition to what I normally do on a daily basis.
Wow, that's impressive. I can't say that. I haven't done that before. So, why do you want this job here?
So when you work in certain industries, and I work in the construction industry for a very long time, you definitely get to know those key companies. So you want your NOVs, your Turner Construction, which is you guys. And as soon as I saw the posting, I was just like, I absolutely have to apply for this because not only is the position fit for me, but this is one of the companies that I've definitely been wanting to work for.
Thank you. I love to hear that. I love when people know who we are. So, are you willing to relocate if necessary?
I actually have done quite a bit of traveling here and there with my current position. So I definitely am the type of person that is up for different changes because the first year of my position, I actually traveled for 1 week every month for the first 2 years. And then after that, there was a change of pace and then I stayed put. So I definitely am just a go with the flow, and whatever the business needs at that time is just something that I like to consider and I just like to work with it.
Okay, well, here at Turner Construction, the first year and a half or so, we'll like for you to stay put so you can learn the business and what we like to do here in our procedures and safety procedures and all of that. And then after that, we'll feel more comfortable putting you in the field and having you travel. And we have great perks. You can take your family, and we, put up a nice hotel for you guys and get your rental car. And on your downtime, you can go home and use it as a mini vacation. But don't tell anyone I told you that. Okay. So, give me an example of a time that you felt you went above and beyond your work scope.
Okay, so a good example is that when I was working at as a dispatcher at another construction company, TD Industries, is we had a couple of techs that were out in the field. Well, one of the guys got lost, and he needed to be to a job, and I get it. I mean, it's over 100 degrees outside. I mean, you're hot, you're tired, you're working on roofs all day. And so you know what I did? I pulled up a map and I told him exactly where to go. Because honestly, I know that that's not my job per se, but what's the harm?
Yeah.
It got him to the job. It got him exactly where he needed to be. He wasn't late. Everything else stayed on schedule for the rest of the day because I took a couple minutes out of my day just to help him out.
Well, that's what we like. We like, teamwork and knowing that we can depend on our employees to help other employees even if it's not what they are supposed to be doing. All right, so what are you looking for in terms of career development?
Well, I'm certainly hoping that I know that Turner Construction is very well known for being able to promote within, and that was actually one of the things that really made me want to come here because I love being able to grow and the company that I'm with right now, when I first started, they didn't even have furniture. Oh. Yeah, I actually for a second was wondering if I was going to get kidnapped and was like, hey, somebody, if I don't come back, this is no, but I mean, it was a very new business. We started everything from scratch. I established the PO systems. A lot of the processes and procedures that we have now are because I started them. And it's just so nice. And then every year we go through everything, we update because, like you said, a business is always growing. There's always going to be changes and ways that you can improve.
Awesome. So, how would you go about establishing your credibility if you were to get hired on in the first 90 days here at Turner?
One of the things that I personally like to do when I go on to any new company is to learn every department. So maybe just spending a little bit of time with the guys out in the field, spending a little bit of time with the county, spending a little bit of time, with the technical group, because that way you get a better feel of what everybody else is handling. So that way, when you're interacting with all these different departments, you know kind of what they do on a daily basis, and you guys can work together. And also, I feel like it leads to a lot less frustration.
Yeah.
Because you're not sitting there thinking, well, what are they doing all day? Well, you have an idea, and they have an idea of what you do, and so you can work a lot better and say, hey, well, I know Mondays are your really busy days. Maybe I can, pull this up for you because it kind of falls into my department. It's just makes everything a little bit easier when you kind of have a good idea.
Makes the flow go well. So,
What do you know about this industry?
I know quite a bit.
Actually, I assume you do, considering.
Yeah, so I have a very extensive history. So actually, my entire family is in the construction industry. So my brother's an electrician. My dad is a contractor for Brookstone. So my sister and my husband both work in the industry as well. So it's very much a family thing. I've kind of grown up around the industry. When I was working at TD Industry, I actually trained with the techs. So I would go out on jobs with them. So that way I was more familiar. And I was actually, now I'm able to troubleshoot over the phone. So that way maybe we don't have to send a guy out. It's one less thing. The customer's happy, we're happy, we got the problem taken care of. So
Perfect.
okay, well, now for some more fun questions.
If you were an animal, what animal would you be?
I would gotta think about that. I think that I would be a dog.
Why?
Because they love kids and they're very family friendly, so that's definitely a big thing with me. But not only that, they're loyal and they're your best friend. So I like to definitely create a professional, relationship where everybody feels like, we're kind of a big family. So that's really what.
All right. Well, I love what I heard. Do you have any questions for me?
I do actually. As far as corporate culture goes, how would you kind of describe the atmosphere at Turner? Because I feel like I have a pretty good idea, but I also kind of want to know.
Well, here at Turner, we specialize in teamwork. We feel if you're not team oriented, then it's going to be a little difficult. But so far, everyone here is great. We work in a team all day, every day, when necessary, when not necessary, and we keep an open communication. We have an open door policy as well. If there's an issue, you can just come talk to the manager about it. It doesn't have to be, a big old appointment or a big old meeting. Just casually come in and say, hey, I'm facing this, blah, blah, blah. Do you have any pointers? But we just like to keep the communication open, and we don't like for others to feel like they have to walk on eggshells. We do our best to prevent that, and so far so good. I mean, we haven't had any issues so far. We have loyal employees, we have open communication, we have an open door policy, we have lots of benefits and perks, and just everyone fits in perfectly.
One of the things that I wanted to mention is that I personally, one of my kind of rules for myself is that if I was to come to you, let's say I was to come to you with a problem, I'm also going to have maybe one or two proposed solutions. So that way I'm not just saying, hey,
Here's a
problem, I'm going to complain about it for 20 minutes. I'm going to say, here's my problem, this is maybe what I'm thinking, am I off track, just to kind of get rerouted. And I feel like that is one of the things that's probably going to make me a really good fit for Turner because of the open door policy and because there's teamwork.
Yeah.
Because coming to somebody with a problem and just expecting them to, fix it, that's not teamwork. That's you just asking to be told what to do. So I definitely feel like I'm going to fit in perfectly.
Perfect. Well, here at Turner, we are a growing company, so if you do have any ideas over something, we are more than happy to hear it. We're always trying to implement new, effective, and efficient policies and procedures, so we're always open to new ideas. But thank you so much for coming in. I look so forward to meeting with you sooner. I'm going to talk to some more of my managers and some more corporate individuals, and we will, have a set for you by the end of this week.
Okay, great. Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thanks.